Well, good morning and welcome to our live crafting session this morning. I hope that you are keeping well. It is Wednesday, goodness me, Wednesday the 5th of February, just after 10 a.m. here in the UK. My name's Jenny McCormac and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire, and that's in the sort of central UK. Thank you for joining us. If you are joining us live, do say hi. It's always lovely to know who has joined with us. If you're watching on replay or catch up, whether that's here on Facebook or whether that's on YouTube subsequently, then a warm welcome to you too. The products that I'm showing you today are from from our online selection. It's called, as you can see, Spring Corners, and it features these lovely corner sentiments. So quite unusual. I think we've had maybe one or two corner stamps as part of another set, but we've never, that I can remember, had any that are really just corners. Morning, Caroline. I do hope you are feeling better. So we've got wishing you an amazing day. Thank you for everything. Always in your corner. Through the happy and sad. Happy we're friends. And then we've got some little ones here. You amaze me and happy birthday. We've got some dots, a little starburst, flower. This very useful corner stamp, and this is one of those that when you've done some stamping and you've got a bit of a gap in one corner, then this is perfect for that. It's like hand-drawn lines. Let me just bring that up to the screen. Sorry about the reflection. There we go. We've got the little flowers, got a set of balloons, a little heart, and you brighten my day. Now this stamp set is £19 and you can purchase it in a bundle at a discount with the coordinating dies. So these are the spring corner dies. It's quite difficult there to see what they're all about, but I have cut out some of them already. Hi Kerry, good evening to you. So we have this one here. We've got this very delicate one. We have, there's a set of two of these, which cut out but also cut and emboss. I don't know if you can see that. Let me put something dark behind it, might be better. So it's got this really pretty daisy in the centre and then cut out leaves to go around it. And then we also have this lovely corner die with the flowers. So it cuts out the flowers and the leaves, and then it's also got embossed lines. Hopefully you can see. That's quite difficult in the light. I haven't actually got my lights on this morning because it's nice and bright, so I'm just using natural daylight today. The dies also include a balloon die cut so that you can stamp these balloons and cut those out. So we're just going to have a little bit of fun with this. The bundle, if you buy it together with the dies, is £44. You can buy the dies on their own, and with the exception of the possibly of the balloons and this die cut that cuts like the flowers, the rest of these could all be used in their own right. You've got a useful circle die, and then there's actually 3 hearts, a large one and 2 smaller ones. So I've got a couple of ideas for today, and let me see. The first one is to use this die cut here, and what I'm going to do is stamp one of the sentiments in this corner and then pop it on some patterned paper. So I've got some, this is our some of our smaller DSP. So we've got this one, and I could pick up any part of that, but I've also got some of this lovely floral paper that you could put behind. Maybe that's a little bit too big and busy. So I think I might stick with this patterns paper and then use some of this. And then the other thing I think I will do is stamp the balloons and then use this in the top left bottom right corner, or vice versa. So let's give that a go. So I cut this. I don't know if this is anything like the right size. We'll soon find out. So let's have a look. This one is thank you for everything. That will certainly fit. Now I can trim the top of this down. Let's have a look for... Oh, I'm glad we missed you yesterday, but you know, you do need to get yourself better. Morning, Craig. That's my UPS delivery. Thank you. So this says wishing you an amazing day. So I think what I might do is stamp this further down and then trim the top off. I don't know, perhaps I don't need that much space. Maybe I don't. Maybe it needs a bit of a gap. So let's pop that onto a block. Now, because this is quite a skinny stamp, the best thing to do is to let it relax on your paper and then put your block on top. If you put this on, I'm going to exaggerate this. It's quite easy for this not to be straight. So when you come to stamp it, you get this lovely curve. So your best bet always is to just let it relax. Sometimes you might, if you've used it a lot, you might need to do that a few times. I haven't stamped with this one yet, so I'm okay. Right, let's pop this on here. And let's see what colour I might pick out from this. So my plan, if it works, is just to cut a small piece here to put behind, then put a layer of card and then have the other panel behind it. This is my theory. But I can cut out of any of this, so that's quite nice. With that yellow green, ideally it could go with going the other way, couldn't it? Let me have a look. I've got another piece here. Let's see if this might be better. Pinks. That's quite nice, that little panel there. What I'm looking for is green, really, for the leaves here. Now, there'll be nothing to stop me using, for example, you could use that little one across the top as well, or bring this down for a square, but I think that section there will work. So let's use pumpkin pie or something like that to tie those colours together. There we go. So let's bring a piece of spare paint card in and let's ink this up. I'm just going to give it a practice run because I've not used this stamp before, and you want to make sure we've got rid of any of the edges that are created in the process of making the stamp. There we go. Wishing you an amazing day. Yeah, that will definitely work. Let's ink this up again. So you only need a light amount of pressure when you've got a thin stamp like this. Right, make sure I'm not covered in ink before I do this. So wishing you an amazing day is going to go in here. And I think, so I'm looking for the tops here of the H and the D, so they're not too close to the edge. I think that will do. There we are, wishing you an amazing day. There's that. And then I'm going to cut, I had this bit here, didn't I? A little bit of the green here. So I'm just going to mark with my pencil where this edge can be, because I want to keep this intact for my backing. So I'm hoping this is going to fit. Let's see how wide that is. I think that will be okay. I need this to be, yeah, that's fine. 10 centimetres, 9.5 centimetres. So that's fine. So all I'm going to do is just going to cut that piece there. And then just reposition this, whoops, on here. So I had the green at the bottom, like that. So I'm just going to very manually do it by eye. So that's going to be just glued onto the back of that there. Good morning, Monica. Thanks for joining us. So that's going to go there. And then my plan is to use this piece behind. And I was going to put a layer of card, but I'm not sure I need to. Let's see. So if I didn't put a layer of card, this would be 14, well, it would be 14.35 by just a little bit under 10, isn't it? So let's do 9.5. Now I want that bit at the bottom, so this is going to be a centimetre smaller than the edge of my card, like so. Right, let's see if we need to add anything else in. So this is Spring Corners, Monica. I don't know if you've seen it in the online selection. So got all these really lovely corner pieces. And this is, as I say, this is a great one for filling in. So my plan is to attach that to the back and then either put that straight on or put a layer behind it. Oh, decisions today. I think maybe it needs a layer just to lift it off. So what I'm going to do for this is just put some glue around these edges. What you don't want to do is put the glue on here because it might seep through the gaps. So just before I went online, I had to knock at the door with the local water company who need to upgrade our water meters. I thought that's just typical, but he kindly said he could do it and then just leave me to it. Okay, so let's put my spare piece underneath and like that, doing it from this side so I can see where it's going, but you could easily have put it just on the other side. There we go, isn't that pretty? Just so sweet. I think I am going to try a layer, so just to separate this out from there, otherwise it sort of blends in a little bit, and in which case I could have done it without putting a piece behind. I'm thinking either green or black or brown. Espresso. Granny apple, I think. I think that blends in too much. This is good old early espresso. Yeah, I'm going to try that. Let me just measure it and see. So this is 7 centimetres, that's stroke of luck, by 12. That's pure fluke. So I'm going to make this 7.5. Let me cut this in half first. And then I know I've got a complete half sheet. So 7.5. What did I say? It was 12, wasn't it? I can't remember. Between here and there, 12.5. I might make this slightly narrower. We'll see. And you can decide. Yes, it's definitely, in my opinion, better with a layer. And that on a white card. Let me just lift that up so you can see. I think that will work really nicely. Now what I could have done, and I think if I did it again, what I would do is have this slightly wider and bring this further down, because it doesn't sort of connect to that. I think that's what I would do, but for the sake of just showing you, this will be fine. So let me cut this layer down. So this is going to be 10 by 14.35, and that will go on my standard card layer, which is 10.5 by 14.85. What do we think? I think that was the best choice of card. I guess I could have gone for Berry Burst or the blue. Let's get a card base. Hopefully that one will do the job. As my bags are packed for coffee and cards, so that will do. What do we think? I think that's worked. I think that's worked well, and this is going to go up then on a layer. So let's pop these layers together. Morning, Catherine. That is okay. No apology needed. Have you had a nice walk this morning? It's beautiful here. So Catherine lives about 45 minutes away from me, but she can have vastly different weather. There we go. And this is going to go on here. So I'm thinking to keep that in the same, yeah. Let me just try this. So I've turned this layer round so that the colour contrast is higher here. Yes, it was cold here, and the sun has now defrosted the car, but it was frosty earlier on. Oh, decisions. Right, while I'm deciding, let me know whether we're going to have the Berry Burst at the bottom or keep it coordinated with the oranges, the pumpkin pie. So I've just added that bit of card behind. Oh, it's okay, I knew you meant contrast. good old autocorrect or typing. So this is going to go on the early espresso layer. And this is 1/2 centimetre difference in size. So let me know which way round. Berry burst at the bottom, or my gut feel is what I started with, which is with the oranges at the bottom. But I'll just wait and see if anybody thinks of anything different to that. Yeah. Coordinate. That's good enough for me. Thank you, Caroline. So this is going to go flat, and then my die cut panel will go on with dimensionals. So this is just a standard A6 card. I could add ribbon and things like that, but I'm actually going to keep this one nice and clean. Catherine agreed with oranges, good. It's a bit late now, sorry. Okay, just going to pop these on here like that. As I said, if I did this again, I would make this panel wider and shorter, but it will serve its purpose. So I'm going to go for that centrally. You could go for it slightly high. Let's just put a bit of bling on. Just feels like there's a big white space here, but let's just add some bling. Good morning. Scylla has just joined us. So we've got this here. Oh, it's got a bit of orange in it. That might do nicely. So they're a little bit more subtle, these ones. I'm going to go for these. We've got large and small. I think I'm just going to go with the small ones. That tends to be my go-to. Let's put them up here. Maybe I will do one larger one. Like so. There we go. Just to fill that gap in. Let me bring it up to the screen. So we've got wishing you an amazing day, stamped in pumpkin pie. We've got the spring corner that's been cut out just of this basic white card. Added a panel of paper behind which happened to come out of the edge of this piece here. And I've used, it is actually the other way around because I wanted the green across the bottom. But yeah, there we go. I'm happy with that. And I did have another idea, so let's do that really quickly. What was my other idea? Oh yes, stamp the balloons. So in the set here, we've got these balloons, and then I was going to have those little corners, top and bottom. So let's just do that. Oops. And I'm just going to cut. So we're going to stamp this first and then cut my panel. So that's those there. Hopefully you can still see. Oh, you can still see that. Right, pop a block on here. This one's a smaller one, really. Like so. Just going to practice it on the back and I think I'm just going to use espresso ink. It's right here in front of me, not. So this is an outline of balloons. Morning, Sinner. I hope you are keeping well and that Dave is well. So these would be quite easy to make. Not that I'm going to do it for what I want to do, but I will lift this up to the screen. In a second. But quite easy to make a large selection of balloons on there. So let's just do one lot. Like so. And then what I want to do is add this cute little die on either side, like so. So I'm going to cut that accordingly. So I want to cut this about here and about here. So I haven't measured anything, I'm literally just going to do it by eye. Just going to put that line just outside of my cutting piece. Same with this one, like so. That's just so I don't have to rub my pencil lines out. And then I might need to cut this piece at the bottom. So this one is going to go on there. And this one's going to go on there to cut that really pretty edge piece, which I had earlier. This one. So it's got a little flower. Hopefully you can see that. And the leaves cut out. So those are going to go onto there. So let me do that next. And then I'm going to colour the balloons in. Now what I could have done was put You Brighten My Day underneath, but we'll just go with the flow today. So just going to pop this through my machine. It won't be a second. Let's get those lined up. Lovely. Okay, plate on the top. I hope it hasn't moved in the meantime. I've got very curvy plates and I didn't use any tape to hold it in place. So, oh, that's all done. There we go. Let me lift that up so you can see it. Hopefully you can see that little flower in the corner. I deliberately moved this up a little bit so that I can cut the bottom section off, because it looked a little bit uneven. There we go. So I'm just going to colour those balloons really quickly and just layer that up. So something a little bit different. Let's see, I've got Poppy Parade. Let's go red, yellow, blue, she says. Glasses are off. And if you can, leave a little bit for the light on each one, then that makes it look slightly more effective. And the way that I tend to do that is just draw a little triangle and then leave the triangle open. It's only a little area. There we go. So if anybody local is free on Saturday, Sam, one of my team members, and I are running an all-day craft event, and we've had some spaces become available sadly due to illness and stuff. So if you're free and want to join us, just message me. So we've got 4 classes, 4 very different projects using brand new products, none of which have been used or shown online or in our classes or coffee and card. Okay, so there's my little balloons and my little detail there. I'm thinking this would work perfectly on a note card. So let's grab one. It's the right sort of size. Grab one of those. One of the envelopes. There we go. And I'm just going to put a panel behind this. And we are done. I wonder, I could stamp wishing you an amazing day in this corner, and then just put this on a panel behind. Or it could go this way round. Oh no, it's a bit upside down, isn't it, to go that way? Okay. Right, let's cut paper. That would work. It hasn't got the red on, but yeah, I might do that. So, and then put a red panel behind it. So this is going to measure 3 1/4 inches, sorry, by 4 3/4. And that's because it fits that note card, like so. And then I could put a red border behind it, or even a green one, because we've got these leaves here. So let's do that. So I think there's just a lot of variations, and I think this might be a good set to have in my bag for coffee and card for doing sentiments across the corners. Right, let's have this at the top. So this is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 to fit on the note card. And this is I want it to be darker than that. That's Call Me no, yes. Shy Shamrock. Call Me Clover is an old colour. That will work. That's Shaded Spruce. And I'm just going to trim the bottom of this down. Like so. I'll attach it to this piece and then cut this piece down. Right, to my glue. Just watch out that you're not putting glue in the open areas. Little dot here and there. Yeah, it's not one that I use very often, Catherine, I have to say. But for this purpose, when you want a deep green, I guess Mossy Meadow would have worked as well. But I wanted just that little bit more of a contrast and for the leaves to show through. So let's just trim this up here. Just doing that by eye, so it may not be exactly straight. There we go. So that's going to go onto there on dimensionals. And actually this You Brighten My Day I might just put on a spare piece. Oh yes, well I think we've all done that, Catherine. Yes, years of practice means mostly I remember not to put it in the gaps. But it is very easily done, and it was done indeed yesterday as well. So I'm just going to put some strips of dimensionals on here, and I will add the balloons to the envelope and to the inside. I'm going to put it, let's put it slightly left, and then I'm just going to stamp You Brighten My Day and just have that slightly offset, and we're done. Right, a small block. And this really needs to be, let's go Shaded Spruce. Just to match it all in. Or I could go Night of Navy, one or the other really. Just stamp this down here. Yeah. Go. And I'm just going to cut that. No, I am going to use my trimmer to get that roughly straight. Not very straight at all. And just cut this. No, it's definitely not straight. Oh dear. Right. Let's revert to manual just for the sake of time. I've just got a busy day today. There we go. That will work. Let's pop a dimensional on the right hand side, oops, of this, so it's supported. And a bit of glue on the left. There we are. Let's go and lift that slightly. There we go. There we go. Very different, but using the same product. So we've got the balloon and the die cut from here. We've got the larger die cut and the stamping there. So this is called Spring Corners. Something quite different. I do often like a die cut that doesn't, you know, that cuts but doesn't cut the whole thing out. These are the spring corner dies that go with them. So we've got this sunburst, we've got balloons, obviously. I could have cut those out, put them on top. We've got hearts, we've got a circle. That would fit, I suspect, You Brighten My Day. Yes, it does. And then we've got the stamp set here that goes with it. So the stamp set on its own is £18, £19, beg your pardon. But I think that's really good value. This set of corners is really, really useful as well. So thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you joining me this morning. So we'll be back tomorrow evening. That's 6th of February at, nearly said 4 p.m, at 7 p.m. for some more work with our stamp set of the week, which is Tiled Techniques. So I hope you're able to join me for that, either live or on catch up later. So there we are, wishing you an amazing day, which I do for all of you, for your day, evening, afternoon ahead, and also you all brighten my day. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Look after yourselves, look after your loved ones, and I look forward to crafting with you again really soon. Thank you and bye for now.